What's going on, everybody? It's Lots of Lead, and it is cocoa bean farming time. As you can tell, we're in Minecraft 1.3, but it's only July 30th, so I'm actually using the pre-release right now. And in case you're wondering, Minecraft 1.3 will be released on August 1st. So since all the news on 1.3, I've been working on these cocoa bean farms. But like a lot of people, I didn't release mine yet because things change during the snapshot. Things don't stay the same, and a lot of the cocoa farms people are building is something like this. It's 6 blocks tall, 12 blocks long, so pistons can push the wood back and forth. But as of 1.3, this doesn't work as a cocoa bean farm because the only cocoa beans that get destroyed are the ones that are, being pushed by the piston. None of the ones in the middle will get destroyed. So this design is broken. This won't work anymore. If you built one, I'm sorry, it doesn't work. And so I've been working on ones that did. And before the snapshot or whatever, I was already working on this one using water. A lot of people were just using pistons, but I thought water would be more efficient. And this one's kind of my favorite. It works really well. When you press this, it just opens up these pistons, letting the water flow, and it takes out all these cocoa beans. And pretty much knocks them into this water channel down here, and I got a little collection point right here. So that's this design. That's probably the best one I would go with if you're planning on building one. I built this one over here, but this one doesn't work because if you're building one, keep in mind you do need jungle tree logs. You can't plant cocoa beans on anything but jungle tree logs, so you do need those. And that's a new thing in 1.3. You can place logs pointing different ways. They're not all just straight up now. I discovered that a minute ago. So yeah, that's that. If you were planning on going on pistons, using pistons, I have 2 designs over here I built. The pistons, you can use the piston to push off the cocoa bean, not the block, just shove it off with the piston. But as you can see, they're pretty costly in redstone and pistons. That's the only problem with these. And you can only do 2 sides of it, you can't do 4 sides of the log. So when you press the button, the pistons pretty much just cut the cocoa beans in half. They fall into this water channel and get washed down here. But if you do want to move the log, I built one of these over here, which is just a 6 tall log, which is what you want because you can plant them easier if they're 6 blocks tall. You can't always reach the 7th block, you have to jump, and it's pretty annoying. So we use 6 blocks tall, and all this does is push the block back and forth like that. But still, you have to have on this one you have to have 2 pistons per wood block, which that's really costly. I would never use that. I would go with the this water design works the best. Right here. So I'm going to show you a few more ideas. If you want to go with the water design, you can just do it like that, drop it on top. Or you can do one like this, like a wheat or a sugarcane farm. You just let the water go from the back by pistons, and it will just knock them off like that. Keep in mind this does have to be 2 blocks wide. If it's 1 block wide, you won't be able to plant the you can't plant 2 on the same thing because they take up like half a block or something. So they do take up a block, like you can't just walk through them if you're wondering about that. So this is the same thing, just redstone hooked to these pistons, and you press it, the water goes, destroys all the cocoa beans. And in case you're wondering, the cocoa beans grow in 3 stages, and they grow pretty quickly, almost like sugarcane, I would say. So it's not a wheat farm. They don't take forever. They're pretty quick. And when you destroy them, you get 3 cocoa beans. If it's in the 3rd stage, if it's in the 1st or the 2nd stage, you just get the cocoa bean back. So there's no point in destroying them early. This isn't my design. This uses a bud switch. So This is just 2 pistons, do 6 logs or 8 logs, whatever I have, using a bud switch, but I'm not going to show you that because that's not my design. But this right here is my design. This is my cocoa bean farm that I built, and I'm pretty happy with it. This thing took a long time to build, a lot of trial and error. And in case you're wondering about the shape is if you put 4 buckets of water on the ground, this will be the shape of it. So it's shaped like a water bucket pretty much. And how this works is when I press this button, it unpowers these pistons, letting the water flow and hitting this plate here. And when it hits the plate, it spreads out and falls over the edge. When it hits this edge, the water goes on both sides of the block, so it destroys the cocoa beans on the outside and in the middle. So you can go around the outside and plant it fairly easy, so don't fall down in it. And you can come on the inside. You can plant the inside as well. You can look up and see the water falling too, the glass blocks there. So I'll show you how this works, but keep in mind this is around 300 spaces for cocoa beans, and they drop 3 each, so this is going to be 900 cocoa beans. I forgot, I calculated it was 600 or 900, so this might get a little laggy. So there goes the water. Happy with my computer. I didn't just destroy my computer right there. And it won't bring the cocoa beans to you until the water is done. Until the water is done flowing. So boom, once it gets going, it'll just bring them all right to you. Some do get stuck on the outside. I made it 2 blocks, but some will still get stuck. And I might do a tutorial on how to build this. It's fairly simple, but it's kind of complicated at the same time. You can come in here, pick them all up. Finish picking them up down from here. And yep, that's my cocoa farm right here. And alright, that wraps it up. This is the end of the video. If I showed you how to build a cocoa farm, or you learned anything new about cocoa beans, give my piggy and I a like. And have a nice day. Peace out.